Guys, the first player I want to talk about is JL's least favorite player, my favorite player. Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow has gone from that safe, low upside player, and he has changed tiers in my eyes going into these playoffs. He is no longer that wide receiver 3 that you're plugging in just hoping for 10 points. There is very, very real upside with him on top of that safety now as the primary target in this offense. We started the year. Brian Edwards, Henry Ruggs, Darren
Tried
Waller.
to tell JL that
think
Renfrow was going to be a thing.
You think Renfrow at best is going to be the 4th best target in this offense. You know what? He is their primary target offensively. JL, you really should have known. But just to put it into context, going into this week, Hunter Renfrow found himself as the wide receiver 19 on the season. He is right in the wide receiver 2 mix, and that's with coming on stronger as this season has ended. Over the past 6 weeks, he's had at least 9 targets in all but one game and at least 17 PPR points in 5 out of 6 games as well. On the season, he only has fewer than 8 targets 4 times and fewer than 5 one time. He's only had fewer than 5 targets one time, and he had 4 in that game. He is the epitome of a safe wide receiver. It doesn't get safer, but now what we're seeing is he has upside to be one of the top wide receiver options on the week if the touchdowns come his way. Hunter Renfrow's a almost must start wide receiver 2 kind of player going into these fantasy playoffs. Like, unless you're loaded at the receiver position, he's in my lineups. Do you guys agree that he's kind of made this jump, Jay? Like, do you view it similarly, or is this just a good run for him?
I disagree because you said almost must start. He is a must start. Outside of, if you've got 2 wide receiver 1s, he's somebody you're throwing in your lineup every single week. I could not agree more. Even a week, how many points did they score? Was it 9 points or something like that?
9 points.
He still had over 20 fantasy points. So yeah, side me up. If I have Hunter Renfrow, he's in my lineup every single week from here on out.
God, it was insane today. I think he got 14 targets, 13 receptions. And that's the other thing with him. When you look at his stat sheet, you go down and you look at a lot of people's stat sheet, 9 targets, maybe they're averaging 5 catches, 6 catches on those 9 targets. Hunter Renfrow, it's like 7, 8 catches off 9 targets every time. Like, he's efficient with the targets he gets as well. Josh, are you in agreement with us here, or is he still kind of in that wide receiver 3 flex territory for you?
I don't know. Absolutely. He's a strong wide receiver too.
Right?
With wide receiver 1 upside. Like, he can have,
especially in a PPR league.
Yeah.
Especially in a PPR league.
We definitely need to make sure we're clarifying that.
I will say this. If Darren Waller's back, I think it takes away a little bit of that upside.
Yeah, for sure.
But the safety's still there, the floor's still there, and he's still a wide receiver 2 regardless. So,
right.
Yeah, he's a guy in your fantasy lineups for sure going forward.